I've got 7 no-risk trade-ups, and you're going to want to stick around because that last one, it's going to be over a $6 profit on average. We're going to be starting it off light here, heading on over to the Dust 2 collection. We're going to be looking for 10 minimal wear skins, 0.113 or below on the float. This one, I went with a 13-cent buy order. Now, when we come down to our outcomes, it's going to be quite simple. If we're hitting the M4A1S Very Camo, we're going to be making about 20 cents. Otherwise, it's going to be roughly a break even. The brass is going to be about a 2-cent profit, virtually nothing at this point. This is a super easy one, and it's perfect to go ahead and throw in a mass buy order and just sell off the ones you don't get, and let's go see what we get. Here we are for that first trade up here. Honestly, with the amount of money I spent on the last trade up and how profitable it is, this one virtually does not matter, so it's 2 cents, I guess we'll take it. SkinSwap is today's sponsor, and they're also sponsoring you with a free bonus for signing up with the first link in the description. They're the premier place for CSGO and Rust skins with a massive trading site and a top-of-the-line marketplace, offering you the most competitive rates out there and a massive 40% bonus when you're using that link in the description. Combine that with their top-of-the-line selling feature with many payout options and their trading feature legitimately taking you just about a minute, and there's no reason not to sign up with that first link in the description. Heading on over to our second trade up here. This one's going to be nice and easy for you. We're going to be heading on over to the Fracture collection, looking for 9 minimal wear skins, 0.21 or below on the float, and a 39-cent buy order is pretty much market price. We're also going to be grabbing 1 minimal wear skin, 0.1 or below on the float, and a 71-cent buy order. Now this one you can go 10 field tested if you got to make sure your average float is below 0.2, but we went with 1 minimal wear to make it easier on the float. Now coming down to our outcomes, it's all going to be profit as with everything in this video, but we're going to be looking to hit either that Glock Vogue or the M4A4 Tooth Fairy. Both of these are just barely sneaking in minimal wear, making them the more desirable outcomes. The XM1014 Entombed, you can honestly probably go ahead and list it for a little bit above market price because it's going to have a lower float, but let's go hop on into it. This one's also pretty easy to go ahead and get the floats for, so I don't think you should be struggling too much, especially for that field tested. 0.21 is not too low at all, but hey, we'll take the Tooth Fairy, it's minimal wear, it's a decent profit. Trade up number 3 is not going to be as fun for the floats. We're going to be heading on over to the Danger Zone collection, looking in Stat Track for this one. We're going to be looking for a very similar setup, 9 field tested skins, 0.1975 or below on the float for this one, for those 9 field tested, and the 1 minimal wear skin, which is going to be the remaining one, 0.0975 for the float there. 96-cent buy order for your field tested, and a $1.82 buy order for your minimal wear. Now for this one, coming down to our outcomes, it's very different than the last. If we hit that MP5 phosphor, we're going to be breaking even. There is not a guaranteed profit on this one, it's just guaranteed not to have a loss, but we're going to be making some pretty massive profit if we hit that Deagle Mecha Industries or the UMP Momentum. It's going to be very nice. Alright, here we are for this one. This is where it starts to get a little bit intense. We're going to tone it back a little bit on the next trade up, but I would love to see a decent profit here. Deagle Mecha Industries, perfect. That is the maximum profit we could get, and it's a very nice looking skin. Trade up number 4 is going to be super intense, high risk. I'm just absolutely kidding. We're going to be looking for 7 field tested skins from the Dust 2 collection. This is the old Dust 2, and this is a 0.205 float and an 89-cent buy order, and 3 minimal wear skins, 0.1 or below on the float here, and a $1.45 for this buy order. Now I say it's high risk because we are 100% guaranteed to get the Amber Fade here. This one, basically about getting the floats. As with every no risk trade up, the floats are the hardest part, but for this one, it's a decent profit if you can go ahead and grab out all of those floats. And here we are for this extremely intense trade up right here. Gotta make sure we don't use our PP Bison brass from earlier and throw away our 2 cents of profit. But this is a decent trade up. It's pretty well known, but hey, you're gonna get your Amber Fade in factory new, and you're gonna make your profit at the end of the day. Trade up number 5 is definitely going to be on the top of your list because it's a no risk trade up with super accessible flows. We're heading on over to the Clutch collection. We're looking for 10 Stat Track field tested skins, 0.233 or below on the float for this one. So easy to get, and a 51-cent buy order is virtually market price for this one. This one is so easy to do, and it's coming from the Clutch collection, so there's a lot of skins out there. Now when we come down to our outcome specifically, as long as we don't walk away with that Cortex, we're going to be making about a $1.50 profit. If we walk away with the Cortex, it's going to be a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is at a 20-cent profit. Like I was saying, this one is so easy to do, and you're going to be walking away with a decent profit 2/3 of the time. I mean, it's hard to pass this one up in the current format, but hey, we'll take it. That is very, very nice. And it's profit. Trade up number 6 here is the Calm Before the Storm. This trade up's only going to be costing you $1.30, and it's almost 144% profitability. That's massive profit. but it's super cheap to do. We're going to be heading on over to the Spectrum 2 collection, looking for 10 field tested skins in StatTrack. 0.2075 or below on the float is exactly where you're going to want to be for this one. Now coming down to our outcomes, it's a massive profit if you can go ahead and hit the XM1014 Ziggy. Otherwise, it's going to be a not so amazing profit of about 25 to 50 cents, which is still really good, but it's only a $1.30 trade up, so you can only make so much here. We're looking for that XM1014, and then we're heading on to the big dogs in the next trade up. Here we are right before the Big Daddy trade up at the end, the one with $6 on average of profit. But here, let's see that Ziggy, put ourselves on the right track. We'll take the goo. It's about a 50-cent profit, but at the end of the day, I'll take it. Here we are for the Big Daddy trade up, and I actually lied. It's not $6, it's $8 worth of profit, but it's pretty complicated, so I'm going to go ahead and break it down. First up, we've got 5 minimal wear skins from the Gamma 2 collection. These are the Easy 5, 0.0925 or below on the float for this one. $1.34 is the buy order I went with. You shouldn't have too much trouble getting these 5. The other 5 are going to be from the Snakebite, but they're not all equal. The first 4 are going to be factory new, 0.035 or below on the float for these ones, StatTrack obviously, and $3.30 is the buy order price. And then there's one minimal wear skin, 0.0925 or below on the float for this one, $1.24 buy order for this, and it's from the Snakebite as well. You can do a factory new skin here if you want to. It's going to take away about $2 from your overall profit. Coming down to the outcomes, it is split all across the board. We really want to hit the Tech 9 fuel injector. That is a $25 profit on a no risk trade up that only costs you $21. Absolutely insane, and we've got a 1/6 chance to hit it. Otherwise, the Airlock and the Sigmead, which are going to be from the Gamma 2, are going to be about a $5 and $2 profit respectively. The Snakebite, if we hit the Galil or the MP9, it's about a $6-7 profit, and if we hit the XM1014 XOXO, it's only going to be about $3, but it's going to be massive profit all across the board, guaranteed. Let's go get it. Here we are. I'm actually a little bit nervous for this one. It took so long to get that I don't want it to screw up and give me the wrong float, but I know I got the right floats, and I really want to see that Tech 9. I'll be happy with anything though. Oh, no way! That is a huge hit. I can't believe it. We actually hit it. 1/6 chance, $25 profit on a $20 trade up. That's no risk. Here we are for an 8th bonus trade up. Didn't include it in the first 7 because it's kind of more useful to go do the previous one, but we're going to be looking for 5 StatTrack minimal wear skins, 0.1 or below on the float, and a $1.24 buy order, and then we're going to be looking for 5 factory new skins, 0.04 or below on the float, and $3.30 for a buy order, the same skins as last time. Coming down to our outcomes, all of them are going to be in factory new, therefore it's going to be worth it to do this trade up. Here we go for that trade up. Like I mentioned before, it's not the most ideal, relatively speaking, because it's more profitable to do the previous, but if you don't want to listen to me and you want your profit right now, you can go ahead and get yourself some profit right now. That's all I got. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.